Hey guys, this is GamePlayer Sam coming to you with another video. This one's going to be based in the game Dyson Sphere. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the live streams. I've been having a lot of fun talking to you guys in there. Hoping to see you guys in there in the future if you haven't already been in there. Now to get on to the topic of the day. Why is there a separate gameplay than the live stream? Basically, I've been wanting to try out a higher quality video production. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the description below if you like it. Now let's get on to the video. Okay, we are back. Okay, now to start this off, we are going to be collecting our usual stuff, iron and copper, and to get our first set of assembly areas complete. Okay, for those who are new to the game, just so you guys know, which most of you are probably not new, you have to have fuel in your mecha to give it power regeneration. As you see at the bottom, we're getting a sign meaning the power is going up. But if you take that out, it has like a double bar going down, meaning it's going down quicker. So make sure you guys always keep fuel inside of your mecha to basically get that power under control. Another couple other things is you're going to have to handcraft all your sciences at the beginning to get the miners and the wind turbines and the Tesla towers unlocked. So make sure you go to iron, get quite a bit of iron, and then you can click M to get like the map view to look at the planet, and then look for an iron node and then a copper node so that you can get your copper and iron picked up for your beginner base. I'll run up to this one real quick and collect the copper. And it's pretty simple. You can do WASD or you can just click on the items. If you're like further away, you can like click over there kind of thing, and you know, look at other things or think about, contemplate other things. Okay, as you guys can see, we hit slightly over 100. We're going to go into our crafter and our personal crafter, and we're gonna start making some of the things we need for the first science upgrade. So we're gonna need, I think, 10 of these, and then we're gonna need 10 of those, which it should go pretty quick. It gives you a little bit of it off the bat, but I'm just keeping making extra because I'm gonna use up all of it anyways.
Replication complete.
So once you start making it, it auto feeds into your science. So you just have to, whoops, I only made one. I need to make, I'll just go ahead and make 10. It auto feeds into your science research. So you don't have to worry about like feeding it in manually to it. So it's not a big deal about that. Just make sure you get it started quick, because the quicker you get past this stuff, the quicker you get to the fun stuff. Organizing your base, getting all the miners set up. So as you see, we just unlocked our mining machines and our Tesla towers and our wind turbines. So usually what I do here, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I usually build 10 to 20. I'm going to build 20 of them. I know I don't have the parts for them right now, but I'm just doing that to see what I am low on, and it's iron. So I'm going to go over to this, to go to that one, but I don't want to keep crossing the water. I'm going to come back down to this iron node and then get some more iron built up. And then hopefully, oh, well, as you can see, I'm already low on fuel. Another thing you can do to help with this fuel problem is look for a coal node, and if you harvest a chunk of coal, you can use that coal instead of using wood, and coal lasts a lot longer in your machine to make energy. There's different levels of fuel, that of course, but there's quite a bit extra things that make your fuel even out, skills and the types of fuels you use. I'm gonna collect a little bit more of this and then I'll be back. Okay, I just completed that 13 miners, so I'm gonna go ahead and queue up another 7, and then I'm going to start looking at the next set of research. So next set of research, I don't worry about that thing. I'm gonna do the basic logistics system, which gives me the conveyor belts and the sorters and the depot, which is for storage. And then the second thing I'm going to queue up is the basic assembler. And then after that, I think I'm going to, yep, there's the furnace. You gotta get the furnace unlocked so that you can start auto smelting stuff. Make sure that I'm not missing anything else. And then I'm going to go ahead and queue up blue science. And of course that queues up in order. So what I'm going to work on first is the logistics and the basic assembler, and then the smelter, and then the science. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up 10 gears for that. 10 gears for that, and then I need 10 circuit. I think these are circuit boards, right? Yep, circuit boards. 10 circuit boards. And then what do I need? I need another 10 and another 10 for the gears, which we're gonna go ahead and do. And then we're gonna queue up 10 more circuit boards, and then we need 10 more of this, but we are low on iron again. Iron is always the thing I'm low on. So we're gonna come over here and start mining up a little bit more of this iron. It doesn't take long to get a lot of the parts, so I'm just going to, there's 10, and that is the furnace. I won't worry about the blue science right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Tesla towers made. You're gonna need quite a bit. Oh crap, I'm out of fuel again. Let's see. See if I can find some coal real quick. There's some coal up here. So let's go up there and I'll mine some coal real quick, because you don't want to run out of power, because then you can't do anything until that problem is fixed. Get up here, and this is basically used the same way as the wood. You just throw it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and use up that wood first. Whatever's in the end, right, the right slot gets consumed first, so whatever's furthest to the left will be there. But we're gonna get quite a bit of coal, probably 2 stacks of coal. As you can see, it collects quite quickly. After we get done with that, we're going to place down our miners, which we of course made some extras. It's good to make some extras because you're gonna need some eventually. So I usually make quite a few extras. You're gonna place down those, and then you're gonna hook up your Tesla towers. Your Tesla towers are gonna be what transmits your powers to them and connects your windmills to them. So with that being said, I'll probably make, let's see, we gotta queue up quite a bit of Tesla towers. Need at
Research
least
complete.
10. Research for the logistics
You've
belt is
obtained
done.
sorter and conveyor.
So that's good. That's another big step, because you're gonna have to run all the conveyor belts to run the miners and the sorters to actually take the stuff off the line into the furnaces and the assemblers later on. So those are some big ticket items.
Research complete.
We're 1.5 stack in. We're just gonna get another 40, and then I will start placing down those miners on copper and iron. And there it is. Let's go ahead and call that good. Let's go ahead and come down here and get iron set up first. Iron's a big deal. You guys couldn't tell yet, but the iron is one of the most used beginner items in the game.
You have an unpowered production facility. To make it run
And
normally,
then I
place
usually
it within the
try
power grid
to
coverage, and make sure power
try to fit as many as I can on one thing. That way I can go ahead and max out the one node for later. I'm gonna go ahead and power all of them, but of course we won't need that much production at the beginning. Let's see, how much can we make of this? Why don't we get 10? There we go. A lot of handcrafting at the beginning. So we got our Tesla towers being made for our production of power, and now after that we will be making the wind turbines, which is gonna take, you guessed it, more iron. So we're gonna sit here and collect more iron for a second. Probably enough to make 10 again of those. I might need more. I know I'll need more eventually, but that's just to get these running. So we can get all that kind of up and running. At the beginning it kind of sucks because you'll be using your mech to create items, which takes up power, and then doing the science takes up power, and then collecting the resources takes
Replication
power.
complete.
So now that we're done researching power, we'll start making a little bit of excess, which is good. Hopefully, if we got furnaces unlocked, we need a little bit more on the turbines to wind turbines to get enough power to run this. We want to have a little bit of excess, of course. We only need one more. Hurry up, come on, one more. There it is, one more. That'll take 191 seconds for 10 of those. Of course, you'll be making those later with assemblers, and you'll have it like automated and making it while you're not there. So I'm just gonna sit here, and whenever those get done crafting, I will come back to you, and then we'll move on to the next step I usually do when I play. Okay guys, welcome back. As you can tell, I switched over to mining a little bit of copper while I was waiting for that stuff to craft, the wind turbines. I went ahead and queued up the next two things we'll need, the copper and the iron. So what we're going to come over and do is we're going to upgrade, go to the next to the technology tab, there's the upgrade tab. I'm going to go to Mecha Core, and we're going to go ahead and activate that. That's a quick and easy upgrade to do. before going on. It is one of the many good upgrades in this tab. There's stuff to make your ore deposits last longer. There's your shield that
Replication
you'll
complete.
eventually get once you get blue science, moving quicker, and more drones for building. There's a lot of amazing things in that tab. We're gonna sit here and collect just a little bit more copper, and then we are going to go ahead and queue up our first 10 smelters. So I know 10 is nowhere near what we're gonna need in the end game. Hopefully thousands of them. But we are going to start looking where we
Upgrade
want
complete.
our first area to be. Usually you want it to be fairly close to your copper. You know, it's nice to have stone and nice to have coal nearby. So this seems like a pretty good area somewhere over in here. You're also looking for a wide open area that you can build east to west. That's my rule. You don't have to follow that rule. I like building east to west. Miners are kind of an exception to that. So what I mean by that is with the poles, you know, that's either the north or south. I don't know which one is which. You'll want to build left or right. So left of the screen to the right of the screen, and then that will help you keep your buildings and your assembly lines a little bit more organized. Of course, I break that rule quite frequently. So let's go down to this area. It's close to the iron. I gotta pipe the copper a little ways, but that's not too big of a deal. And let's go down here and go ahead and set up where we're going to have our furnaces. Of course, that's gonna take a second. Actually, nope, let's put down our miners. That's gonna take 70 seconds. It should be good. So let's put some more miners down up here on the copper. Of course, I can't put them on the water side, so we're gonna put as much down as we can without needing to be in that water. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Put 4 down. And then let's go ahead and put our Tesla towers.
You've built your first power
And
transmission
another
facility,
good rule
a
of
Tesla
thumb,
tower.
just
It can
run
help
your
you
power
transmit power wirelessly
straight
over a short
to the
range
closest
and
power
extend power
source. If
grid
you don't have any
coverage.
power set up
Click on it
yet,
to view
just
more
run it to your
details.
other set of miners. And that's like a good middle ground because it has to run over here anyways. So that's what I usually like doing. Just run it to the other miners if you don't have your power grid set up yet. And then make sure you try to conserve as much of your poles and your windmills and stuff as you can.
Replication complete.
Since our crafting area is going to start down here, of course it's moving later. I'm gonna put my windmills up here to more to the north so that they're not taking up a crap ton of my build area. Conveyor belts can run around them, so you know that's a basic simple thing. Another thing is too, if you see that blue circle, that's like the crafting area, like the placement area. So like you can't place with another windmill inside of that area, or it just won't leave place. So as you can see, it's outside. So if you go over just enough, it will turn blue, and try to get them as scrunched in as possible because space is a thing that you'll need a lot of later on, and you don't want to have to fight, you know, placing your windmills and all your other crap to your power grid. As you can tell, I already messed up with this thing, so let's go ahead and try and fix that. So we are close there, we're close there. Go ahead and come over, and something's off there. I think it might be the planet thing. Let's see, right there. Yep. And you'll just want to go ahead and place down all of them. I just don't hold on to any extra. The more you place, the more is better.
Click on the replicator button.
Stop talking. So since it's so close, I'll just add one there. Hopefully that is enough. We can go in here and look. So we're consuming, our demand is 5 megawatts. We're generating 3.3. So technically we need to double, basically triple our wind turbine setup that we have now. We're gonna go ahead and place those 5. And then since we are producing power now, we can come down here and we can steal the iron out of these assemblers. Don't be scared to do it, just do it, and it will help you so much time and save you a crap ton of energy to just come in here and start stealing away that resource out of there, and that will help you make your next couple things. Of course I ran out of coal again, so let's come up here. Because we're using so much, it gets a lot more efficient, so it doesn't run out as bad. I usually use coal for a big piece of my game, and of course you have this stuff in your inventory that lasts, you know, quite a bit. It recharges it quite a bit, but it runs out, you know, as you can see. If you have a mass of it, it helps, but usually I like using it as like a backup. So like if you end up running out, that you could come over here and get a crap ton of power pack quick, is what I use them for at the beginning. So that's why I haven't touched those yet. So I'm gonna come over here, add that more coal in. I'm gonna go ahead and get another couple stacks. You know, some people like getting the full stack. I'm just trying to get through stuff quick, so I don't want to sit here too long. So I'll just get, you know, the one stack and then plus the other, and then usually that's what I do until I get some sort of mining system set up with like a crate, and then that crate is usually what I run to when I'm low on power, and that way I don't have to worry about collecting anything anymore. Coal will also eventually, with science, so let's go to technology. I think it's not that one. That's another useful thing. That's the battery. Get this thermal power plant. This is a thermal power plant. It uses charcoal. Not see where it is actually produced. So there's like little charcoal chunks, which you turn coal into, and basically you use that as a fuel source for the thermal power plant, and that's what basically you use to fuel it, and then you'll need a crap ton at the beginning until you start getting thermal power plants set up on like the alien bases on your planet and solar panels set up. Just keep that in mind. You know, eventually you'll have to set up a pretty big coal production, which coal is used in not as many things as you may think, other than really just getting power. So there's a few things like mid-game that it's used in, but other than that, I wouldn't say it is like an extreme demand to worry about your supply, especially with how much is already on the planet, because there's quite a bit of nodes. Like I think this one's almost 1 million. That one's 900,000. That one's almost 670,000, 652,000. There's quite a bit. So when you destroy these alien bases that are on each one of the planets, not each one of the planets, on certain planets, where the hive base is, which this is a hive base, you can put a thermal power plant, because how they get their power is they drill like basically a core down to the center of the earth, and they use the heat from the core of the planet to create power. And basically you can basically put your own thermal power plant on that. Is it called a thermal power plant, or is it something else? Right, let me find it real quick. Geothermal, the geothermal power plant, yeah, power station. That's what you use to basically, you know, seize power from where they place those bases, which they can place them
Replication complete.
during they can place them after you destroy the high base that is currently down. They'll eventually come back to the planet and try to like retake it basically. And basically at that point you can just go around and destroy the new ones and then place the geothermal power plants on it, and that will give you a pretty good source of power. I mean, it is very, very good mid-game power source. So whenever you get to that point, that doesn't mean rush to kill the aliens, because the quicker you kill the aliens, you know, the more your threat level builds up with the high base space station that is in the space of the solar system you are in. So don't rush to get because I know I'm already breaking my rule and not spacing this out right, but I'm trying to get it done pretty quick so I can get on with the tutorial. So with the high bases, just don't rush through them, because if you rush through them, then you miss out on like a couple of things, and then you rush through, and then the hives start giving you bigger, and they get bigger quicker, and it's just a load of mess. So don't rush through it. That's one big piece of advice I can give out. So now that we have all that power down, let's see what we are at generation. So we are generating 7.8 megawatts. We are currently consuming barely anything because those miners are probably full of resources right now, which is not too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and queue up the stuff we need for blue science. I think we can craft that in our inventory, if I remember correctly. Okay, never mind. We won't do that because that will take years. So let's go ahead and hold off on that and go ahead and get the conveyor belt system started so we can get these furnaces running, and so we can automate it. So every one of these you make, you get 3 belts. So I'm gonna make 10, which will give me 30 belts, which is quite a bit. You'll need hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. So make sure you're always keeping a plethora of a supply on you. Is another really big thing to pay attention to. Come over here and steal some more iron out, and I'm gonna come over here and steal a stack of copper. Try not to fill up my inventory too much. Let's see, I got 30 belts, and we got our furnaces done. So let's come down here and we'll get our furnace area set up. So remember, set up east to west, west to east, whatever floats your boat, but I try never to build north and south. So you want to build long ways to the right and left is a big thing. So we're gonna go ahead and I don't want to interfere with these. Come over here actually. Eventually we'll be able to fill this water in. This won't be as big of a deal, but we'll come over here, build that.
You've built an arc smelter. which automatically produces
And
basic
then
materials,
I'm going
such
to
as
leave
iron
2
ingots and copper ingots.
spaces in
However,
between.
automatically feed in raw materials and feed out products. Sorters,
And then we will add a power pole there, and then we're gonna need to make some more of those. Yeah, because we're gonna have to add one there. So let's come over here and go ahead and hook up all of our conveyors. So we're going to like this, try to get right there. We're gonna come down. As you can see, I've already, I think, used up all of my conveyors on just that one section right there. As you can tell, you are going to go through a lot of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and queue up another 60. Of course, you're gonna need more than that. You're gonna need probably a couple hundred just to run that the copper and iron to it. Let's see how many more furnaces we have set up. We have 5. We have 4 set up there. So for right now, I'm probably just gonna set up another 2 spaces. We'll set up these 4, and those 2 sets will do the iron, and then this set right here will do the copper. Go ahead and connect the lines. We're currently making more. I'm probably gonna need more.
The facility has no recipe designated. Please configure one for it.
Well, you
Once
will have a recipe.
configured, press less than key to copy the
So
correct recipe.
usually you're going to
Pressing
need
greater than key
iron,
will paste the same
which
recipe
actually
to
I'm
the
going
next
to
building.
change this because I don't like this.
Once a
I
recipe
like
is
this side
assigned,
being that.
use less than to copy the correct recipe.
So
and
I
greater
usually put these up
paste the
here
recipe to the next
because you'll need them for the magnets. Yep, the magnet. And then I usually make this iron. And then this is too close to that for my liking, so we're gonna go like that. Then I'll come down here and I'm gonna make these under copper. And like that. Oh, did I not put it close enough over here? And then we'll go ahead and run the
Wrong
belts
connection. Use a sorter.
for
There are
the
2 types of facility ports.
drop
Connection
off.
ports
So
and bridge
these are
ports.
all drop
Connection
offs.
ports are only compatible with
This
conveyor
is
belts,
an
while bridge
insert.
ports
So
are
usually
only
how I like
compatible with
marking
sorters.
this is
If a conveyor belt can't connect to a facility,
outgoing
try a
parts
sorter.
are going to be belts going further to the way you're building. So like this is an outgoing side, and then this is an incoming side because it's further off to the left. And that's kind of how I try to base it when I'm looking at it. Since these belts are not very fast, I'm going to put 2 here just in case I have to run 2 for iron, which I will probably do just because I know I'm gonna have to upgrade it eventually. So I'll probably try to split these up as best I can until we get sorters. The splitters, I mean, I think they're splitters. Once you get the splitters, I usually use those to do that. But we're gonna come this. Of course, we are out of belts again. More belts. Like I said, you will need lots of belts. It is like one of the first things I like automating, just specifically because of this problem we're having right now. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so go ahead and run that over there. Actually, I might go go like that. That way I have 4 there. One will come down like that, but it's and on the number of belts we're using. Gonna come over like that. And that, well, come over here and try to fix this. How many sorters do we have? Quite a bit. We might only do intakes. Okay, we got intakes. And that way it'll start smelting that iron for me, and I can just take this smelted iron out. So use it to your advantage to help you with the creation of more iron. You're gonna need a crap ton for your belts. That's why I always try to get the iron set up first, because the quicker you get iron set up, the quicker you got a lot of your basics set up. Okay. Now our next big thing is going to be, since smelting all that to save time, we're gonna cancel the one further because you have a crap ton of iron, hopefully by
Replication complete.
and I just went ahead and took all the stacks out, and then I usually build until I start seeing iron plates again, but we do not see them, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to stop there. That will give you quite a bit. Oh, there it is, 5. And then just pick up back out of these smelters because they'll fill up pretty quick. And I usually try to keep roughly a stack plus some on me, plus a little bit of iron ore, at least at the beginning in case there's something I'm low on. I just don't want to fill up my inventory too much is the big thing. Now that we have lots of belts being made and you have enough to make quite a bit more, I'm gonna come up here to the copper nodes and I'm gonna run a belt for this. I think going off that line, I want it to come right there. Let's see. Get that line right there. Trying to get as even as I can with that other one to make it look a little nicer. Go ahead and place that and then connect that. That one. That. And then come down with this. And then that's all connected. You know, the shortest runs you can do is this the good thing at the beginning. Later on you can worry about making it look nice, but the more resources you save at the beginning, the better to help you get to that later game stage pretty quick. Let's see what our power grid usage is at. We're at 1 megawatt. Of course, a lot of our miners are not running right now. We are probably over consuming right now, in all honesty. But that's not too big of a deal, especially at this point where we're not needing the power. We can always fix it later. Did I already? Okay. Pretty sure I have belts still. Okay, yeah, I still have belts. So start work. And another thing is too, the closer you sit to where you want to build your conveyor belts is the better, because then it will start crafting. Your robots will go back to you and pick up the parts quicker. It's a lot of like time and travel thing that it just helps a lot to be closer. Let's see. Almost to this. So we got an inbound. Of course, this is a basic setup, so you won't have to worry about the looks necessarily, which I'm definitely not worrying about right now. It's just kind of how it ends up working right now. So once I get these lines connected, I'm going to probably I should have already started that. I mean, start creating quite a bit of these sorters, because these sorters are about how you're gonna feed all of this in and off of the conveyors over here. And then let's see, another thing that I probably should have had us start crafting sooner was these assemblers. Go ahead and craft 10, 20, 30 of them. You're gonna use all of them. It's almost the more the merrier at certain points. So once I get these sorters connected, I am probably gonna cancel those. Get all these connected. Of course, I didn't make this belt long enough to reach that other one. Let's see. So cancel those sorters with the iron that is required.
Replication
Because you can start taking the iron from thingies, and then using it to save you quite a bit of time. Let's see, go ahead and create 10 more of those, and then that will save you quite a bit of crafting time on getting those completed. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to pick up some more iron. Picked up quite a few stacks there.
Replication
Go
complete.
ahead and build 20 of them. That's a lot of gears. You'll be making gears is one of the first things you'll be making anyways. What do you need for this? So it's just iron and copper. So it's pretty simple setup on that. And usually I like running the belts just to... That's... Okay. It's these two lines right here. I was trying to remember. These two lines. So you'll want to feed out all this crap. Not crap, it's all your beginner stuff. You'll need all this stuff later on as well. So all that's feeding out. Then make sure you set all your consuming up for the other stuff that you'll be doing. Oh, dang it. I messed that up. And then set up I don't like setting it up.
Dark fog cluster is launching an
Oh,
assault.
I gotta keep an eye out. Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? So it looks like they're coming from over here. So you'll want to meet them before they get too close, or they will start damaging your stuff, and then you'll have to spend the resources fixing it or replacing it.
Base has launched.
Yeah, they're coming in at my power source, which is like the worst possible thing for them to attack first. They might end up getting that. Of course, at the beginning, they're pretty easy to kill. their health and damage and the amount that will be coming will end up messing you up in the future. But just make sure you're being proactive and paying attention to that when later on into the game, because they will really mess you up if you underestimate them. Okay, my assemblers, I got my first 10 assemblers done, which means I can start placing. Go ahead and queue up some more belts. First, I need more iron. Okay, let's see. We got that line set up, so probably what I'm going to do, so you'll want to leave a space right here so you can expand this at the beginning. Throw this in there for fuel. The assemblers. So I will probably put what? 2 for gears for right now, and then 2 for the circuit boards. And then up here, I will place 2, and then what do I need for that? I need copper. The coppers, which what I will probably do with that is put that further down. Or how do I want to work this? Wish I had the, what do I need for the logistics? Of course. Blue science. So let's get blue science done before I set that up. I might have to handcraft some of this stuff because of that, but yeah, I'll have to handcraft that. Let's go ahead and get power over here. Let's put it on the sides. And then we will make U gears. Make U. Go ahead and extend the belts. And then we will run belts there for the outgoing. And sure, that's all good. And then what you'll do is you'll just add inputs. Add
Replication complete.
inputs. Oh, whoops. I put the wrong things down. I need circuit boards. Circuit board. Okay. How many are... Oh, dang it. That kind of sucks. I am going to have to rearrange this. I forgot that these have to be, since they already set stuff in it, it's easier just to destroy it. Switch those sides. So I'll put circuit boards up on this other side. And the big reason for that is because it needs more iron than it needs copper, and the closer that sorter is to the line, the quicker it'll bring it in. And so basically there's a bottleneck on it waiting for the, if I can click the right thing, waiting for the iron to come into the machine. So we're going to switch the sides and hopefully they'll fix the problem a little bit. I'll see if it fixes that. I'll go like that. And then, yep, as you can see, it is fixing that problem almost instantly going, even though the copper's copper's a little slow now, but since it only needs one of those, it runs a lot better. Let's see. Yep, and now this is running perfect. Sweet. Now we're gonna come over here, add the outgoing of the assemblers. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to craft, which I don't have any stone. We're going to grab the stone real quick. Of course, that's not going to be enough. I'm going to come over here, grab some more. I'm going to get a couple storage containers because these storage containers are going to hold the basics at the beginning. So I'm going to have a gears container and then a circuit board container. Just so I can have some spares, because that's a lot of stuff you need. Is going to require that stuff. So
Replication complete.
I'm going to come over here and do that, and it'll just pull it off the
Build a
line.
depot for storing items. You can manually store items or use a sorter to automatically access items.
Of course, those things need power. And then let's see. I'm going to need. How do I want to run this?
If there isn't enough ground space, make more efficient use of your space by stacking matrix slabs, depots, storage tanks, and splitters.
How do I want to do this? Do I want to go like that? I'm trying to think of how I want to do this efficiently. If I bring that line over here, then it might work better. Because I can just cut across. But then let's put this over here. Of course, this is inefficient right now. I just don't have splitters, so I'm trying to make up for it with making just a little bit longer of a run. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run that right there, and we're gonna jump that across right there. And then what we're gonna do over here, that's right there. And then we are going to go like that. Probably not that far. I don't think this can jump it if it's too far. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now that's all set up. And then this can go like that. Those are all caught up. And that way, if I need to feed a lot extra out, I can put more of these going out like this. So it can feed those out. Then what we will do is this. And that way it looks a little bit nicer. And then actually, we're gonna need a belt coming out anyways, so let's do that. Do that. Okay. And then they're just gonna have that gap there for, I can just throw a power pole there. Fill it in. And then let's come over here and finish this and get these parts flowing. Get these parts flowing so we can place these assemblers. Place the first assembler like that. So that's probably all I'm gonna do for right now on that one. Okay. Getting all that. Of course, we got a stockpile showing up in there now. And now let's go and get this set up. Then, if I remember right, what is it? It is 2 of these. So what we're gonna do is 2 in, 1 out. Of course, that will be running fine because it's close enough. Make sure that that doesn't get bogged down is the big thing. If it gets bogged down, then I might have to change this up a little bit. But we're looking good. It is getting bogged down on sending stuff out. Is a problem. But we're not going to get that problem fixed until we get the sorters upgraded, I don't think. I don't think we'll get sorters until red science. Actually no, we'll get some. So let's go ahead. We'll need that to get the sorters and the splitters. So I'll go ahead and queue that up. We'll need that to even make those splitters, well, the sorters, and then let's make our science area. Of course, I am running right into the water. So let's go ahead, cut that, and then we'll cut this, and then if we end up adding anything there, it's gonna end like that. And what do we need for blue science? We need that. So we'll need a. Do we have a science place? We do have a science place, so we don't actually have to build one right now. Let's go right here.
When out of the building range, hold shift.
Don't care.
Matrix.
Don't care. Then I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna need more power poles. Just used up my last power pole, so go craft another 10 of those. Then we're gonna bring this belt over, and then we're gonna bring this belt like this for right now. And then we're gonna have this thing craft blue science, and then we're going to pick it up out of that. We're actually gonna add another container as well, because then we can send excess blue science into the container. See, I got some blue science set up.
Replication complete.
How do I want to do this? I could. I don't know how I want to do this. Let's build another storage thing, because I know I'll need that. I need more stone. Bigger stone one. Get some more of that. Go ahead and build 3 more. And then we will store a little bit of the magnets. That way we can have a little bit of supply of that.
Insufficient materials.
Probably going to put it over here.
Replication complete.
Be out of the way, and then feed back in easier. So we can do that, and then we can go back out. So if it gets low, it just feeds out that way. Got all that set up. Getting a nice stockpile of all that stuff. And then Make sure we are crafting. I probably need to start crafting. Go ahead and get a stack of that. And a stack of gears. And we'll go ahead and steal that 52. And then we'll make 10, 10, 10. Make 30 assemblers so that we get a big stock of those. We're gonna come over here and then start mining some stone real quick. So I need that stone for stone bricks. And that stone bricks is used in the furnaces. So we're gonna need quite a bit of furnaces. So I'm gonna try to build another 20 furnaces is what the goal is. But I already know stone is gonna be pretty short. And then we will probably go ahead and queue up. Am I out of conveyors? I am out of conveyors. We'll queue up quite a bit of conveyors as well. Get all that situated. Come over here and pick up more iron out of these smelters. Yeah, we only have 34 iron ingots on us. Oh, yep, went ahead and emptied out the whole supply we had right now. Go ahead and queue up more. I'm gonna take the ones out with gears because save crafting time. Let's see. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We will add. Do I have any? Do not. Let's go over here and cut some trees up real quick. Of course, we're handcrafting a lot of stuff still, so we're using up a lot of power. Get all that added into there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase our iron production slightly just to make sure we stay on top of that, because that will get out of control pretty darn quick. And then it's better to have too much than too little in that case. Got quite a bit of those now, furnaces. Now we got quite a bit of assemblers. At least for beginning. You'll want to have quite a bit at closer to the end game. And we're going to add that. Of course, we're one off right there. Of course, when these fill up, they're just kind of like an overflow, and basically they're going to be like grab things, so you're going to grab it out. Another thing I could do is do this, and then they will start to fill that extra from that belt from those four, and then that makes that full belt, but gets depleted at like 5 or 6, stay full longer until we get the faster belts. That's why I ran a double, because I know we're gonna run into that problem for a while. Oh yeah, I need to come over here and grab all this. Another thing we are going to do.
Replication complete.
I know this is going to be inefficient, but we are just going to plop this down next to the blue science one, and that's
Insufficient materials.
That's going to be the other way of researching other than us, so we save a
Replication
little
complete.
bit of power. Save a little bit of that electricity. It was too close, so I need to go one gap. And then I need to put a power pole. And then put a sorter. And then we are going to click. If you click, so I'll go back. So that's how you create the sciences, will be here. But if you wanted to research the actual like science that comes in on the task that it's running, you click that button and it will auto research with you. So it's like having two things until you get more of these research things down. Another thing we are going to do to save some more time, we are going to go ahead and place down a miner on the coal, even though we don't have the coal, anything to use coal for yet. We're going to just put a miner on it and put a crate on it and just have it sit here and mine, because it is going to save us a lot of time on gathering the resources. That's way too close. Extend that out just a little bit. Do that, and then put some of these sorters on there, and then put power. And then you'll have coal auto grabbing, so now you just have to come over and grab this coal when you're trying to get more power, and then it will be a big time saver. So of course I could have done that a little sooner, but I don't want to flood you guys with too much stuff at the beginning, so make sure you get that done as quick as possible, though. As you can see, I've already gotten almost over half a stack now, in coal. So that I'm gonna let run since I got basically one stack. And then when I need more fuel for the next run, I will just run up there and grab that real quick. Of course, I did break my rule a little bit with this and build north and south, but try not to do that, because the more you do that, the more it starts to sketty. You can run your conveyors up, so if I want to run more that way, I'll just run this up and run south and snake like that, instead of building it like this all over the place. It helps out a lot. So we just unlocked the splitters, which we're gonna go ahead and queue up a little bit of that, and we're gonna cancel it because we don't have any iron on us. Okay, let's see. Now we will craft 10, 20. Because we'll need a lot of those eventually. We're going to also go ahead and grab some more of the magnet.
Research complete.
Half a stack of that. We're gonna go ahead and queue up all that. Okay. And then what else could we do here? We got windmills queued up. Let's go ahead and queue up some more power poles. Queue up some more splitters, I think. Yep, splitters we are short on. Go ahead and grab another stack of that. Splitters, we got 40 more being crafted. And then the furnaces were good. We got enough assemblers for right now. And then we got blue science being made.
Abnormal dark fog signals.
Okay, they're not sending. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to get that done. We're going to get our shield done. And then I can't do that yet. I can't do any Yeah, that I know for sure.
Upgrade complete.
We could
You've unlocked Universe
do
Exploration.
that.
Now you can click the detailed display button at the
Do
bottom right
that.
corner of the screen to enable real-time
Mass
distribution.
construction. I'm just trying to get some of the basic stuffs in here complete. Because that will ended up helping us with the further on sciences further in. So we will need to go over here and grab some wood. We're gonna need 60 wood for mass construction. I think that is no energy, which will save us some energy when we are from our coal. It'll make that last longer. Basically, is what it does. Then we'll get that, and then we're gonna come up here and steal some coal.
Replication complete.
Okay, now what I'm gonna do is fill that up. And then how much? We need 60 of that, which, oh, I can't even make that yet. Where do I unlock that?
Upgrade complete.
Oh, it's right here. I need to unlock the...
Congratulations. You've unlocked Energy Shield. It can resist all damage from enemies and protect all facilities within its radius. Energy Shield requires Mecha's core energy to charge. The charging speed depends on the current fuel chamber power generation, as well as the Mecha's current energy percentage. Once the shield's power is exhausted, it'll take some time to restart.
Of course, let's just go ahead and cancel that. We need to get that done quick. We've already started that. We're not gonna leave it. And then we are gonna go to this because the more energy we have, the less we have to run back and get fuel, which is a very, very good thing if you can't tell. This one adds one more construction done. That will help with our construction here in a second. And then hold off on that because we need to get into the technology. Let's see. What should we do next? Thermo. That will be really good because that'll help us get out of our predicament. And the other thing that will be good is getting this set up, weapon systems, because that will help us get our turrets so that we can set up weapon systems to protect our base from attack. And then probably already got that queued up. We don't need that yet. I'll probably do steel because steel is a big proponent to a lot of the game. You need a pretty big setup on it eventually. So let's go ahead, get that set up. Let's get some other stuff built. Since we're gonna get the thermal stuff built, let's go ahead and get this thing fully mining and this whole thing, which is right here. I need go ahead and get as much as we can around it. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna come over here and get some more windmills set down just to have this type of power stable for a little bit. And we can get rid of a little bit of it that's to the way over here once we get That's not the, that was definitely the wrong thing. Click the right buttons.
Upgrade complete.
You've unlocked Blueprint. You can now make batch copies of production line plans. Press Ctrl and C to enter copy mode. Click the left mouse button to select the desired area. Then press Ctrl and V to paste the copied blueprint.
And
Alternatively,
this will help
press 0
with
to
our
open
power
where you can
generation,
browse
which will
and use all saved
be a
blueprints.
very big
With powerful
step,
blueprints, you can
because
then build
ultimate
huge
thing is
industrial
getting the Dyson
empires.
Spear set up, but we also have to harvest as much power as we can on the planet to make us sustainable until that point. Let's see. Getting all that set up, so we have quite a bit of power. Yet we're double the power that what we need right now. So let's see. To build. We're gonna have to get some furnaces set up. How do we want to do this? Get the furnaces set up here, and then want to clog that. Might get furnaces set up right here. Let's see. We're gonna have to do 2 different lines again. Then have 1 belt going out. 1 belt going out. Belts in. Okay, that's all set up. Then we need that to come down. That. We do that. And that. There. Then. Do that. I'm probably going to have to change that. Do that to there, and then do that over, and then come down. And then we're gonna get rid of that. Connecting there, so that way we can get do that, and then we're gonna come down here. Of course, I ran out of belts. Okay, let's go up here and get this done, and then hopefully by the point we get this done, all of this science will be complete. Of course, it's running a little slow right now, but that's a given since we do not
Replication
have
complete.
enough. Probably could fix that right now. Let's go ahead and get that. Get that done. Go up here and get all this set up.
Replication complete.
Once the drones go a lot quicker and there's a few more drones, this is a lot nicer of a process to build. And they also have like a tower basically that auto constructs for you. So it's a very nice feature when you're building a mass area.
Research complete.
Then almost set up over here. Get power set up on the opposite sides. And then I can't set sorters up until the couple of them up, but until the belt's built. Didn't I? Okay. Now we need in there.
Your home base has grown. Now you can click the Statistics panel button at the bottom right corner of the screen to view statistics, including the production and consumption of each item and power data. This data can help you manage your home base.
Okay, now that that's done, we will go here, get that set up. All that's set up now. And then we'll come to this line and then just take it as it comes to help get that one upgrade done. Take it directly off the belt, and then that will help me get that done. Of course, you don't need really a chest for this crap. It's, you know, it's still a pretty basic thing that you won't need until more mid-game, and then by that point you already got a crap ton of it set up for power generation, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's see, once I get that, it will hopefully help me get more power from my coal that we've been collecting. Of course, the collector is going to slow down a little bit since it's not just feeding that, but that's not too big of a deal. It does look like it's going to run out eventually, so that's not going to be a steady stream of coal. I might end up using a splitter. Let's do this to go ahead and connect that.
It can split the cargo passing through or manage the cargo on multiple conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Press tab to switch between
Upgrade
different paths.
complete.
Click on it to set priorities and filters.
And that way when that runs out, it'll auto feed in. Okay. Now that's done, and that are going to be our power generation whenever that's done. Let's see, how many more miners do we have? We need probably to build some. Yep. Go ahead and queue up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and, because we're gonna start stone to get stone brick and glass, because those are gonna be two big things that we're gonna need a lot of in the future, and stone brick is very vital key. Another thing is we will go over here and place that down up top. And then hopefully we have the supply to keep that running. We'll figure out. But that will help create more blue science to oh wow, it looks like our problem is not necessarily that. It is not glass. Might actually destroy that and put it up here. We're building up blue science, which means that this is the bottleneck right here. And it looks like now that let's go like that. And hopefully that'll be enough to feed it. Yep. Okay. Now we have enough blue science getting fed in. Of course it might make that run out, but it's gonna run a little bit quicker now because of that.
Upgrade complete.
And we probably already have blue science for these two things
Complete.
and not that one. So let's see, I might end up cutting the video right when this gets done, so please like, subscribe, and comment if you guys are liking this higher quality video. Make sure you leave a comment about it, and hopefully I see you guys in the live stream this weekend. GamePlayer Sam signing out.